let's get started. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening. I'm Sunil Kumar Das, welcoming you all to the show. On this podcast, we dive into the exciting world of IT project management, from discussing project management, product development, business analysis, to exploring the latest trends that we have in the market. We cover it all. So, whether you are a professional or just starting out in the tech industry, this podcast is your go to resource for practical insights, expert tips, and engaging discussions. Subscribe us on the YouTube channel and join us on the Sunil Show for valuable knowledge and inspiration to propel your career forward. Today, I'm excited to welcome our guest, Yara, to the show. Yara, it's a great pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And by the way, this is my first time live. So I'm pretty excited about it.
That sounds good. Even I'm excited to dive into more about understanding leadership things. Okay, before we dive in, could you share with our audience a bit about your background, your journey in the world of IT project management or leadership?
Okay, so first of all, I am Yara and I am from Lebanon. I am a project leader, and we will discuss why, particularly, I said project leader. So I'm project manager at the same time. I come from a non-tech background. I've worked in the consultancy firm, management consultancy firm. I provide the training, project management, and leadership, project leadership skills to enable youth and enthusiasm, small businesses, and team members to grasp and really ace the market with the skills needed. So this is a brief description about me.
That's brilliant, actually. Thanks for the quick introduction. Okay, we will start with a discussion from understanding this concept. Like, how would you differentiate between project management as well as project leadership? Because when we deal with projects, leadership is one of the essential skills that we require.
Yeah.
So, how would you differentiate between the project management and project leadership?
Okay, you will be really surprised. First of all, let's define what is project leadership. It's the art of guiding, inspiring, motivating your team members to excel in reaching the project goals. So it's not about giving orders. A project leader has a set of qualities and the skills that enable them to have or build a supportive environment where everyone is valued and they contribute to their best effort. So project management and project leadership are complementary. They are not against each other. So in early let's say years, the focus was only on project management in terms of the hard skills. You do very good plans, schedule, you keep project on track, neglecting the importance of the human factor within project. And as you know, people are the most important and essential asset. So nowadays, with everything is happening around us, I'm enjoying, to be honest, the emphasis on the behavioral skills and on seeing every individual within the project as a unique asset to contribute to the project.
Correct. See, again, as you mentioned, those are complementary things. Now, when we talk about effective communication, so we always emphasize on communication. Right? Now, how can you tell communication is effective? So, what are the different parameters, right, of effective communication?
Okay, so as you know that project communication is really crucial. We spend around 90% of our role and day-to-day job just communicating with different parties, stakeholders, different personalities, background. So I know you know how important this skill is. So just let me give a little bit of tips, let's say, to effective communication. First one, get to know your people, get to know them, build a relationship with them, whether your team member or stakeholders. You need to, how can you inspire and lead if you don't know the person? What are their motives? What are their needs, their background? This is very crucial. Second, foster a culture. You are the project leader or project manager, and you have to foster this culture where your team members are not afraid to express themselves. They are heard. They can speak or and discuss concerns, and you are here to listen to them. So here comes the effective listening. We seek, unfortunately, many project managers, and I'm pretty sure you faced an issue like this. We seek to listen in order to talk, not to understand. So just finish what you have to say so I can come in and say what I have to say. And this is wrong. Effective listening is very important as a project leader. I will give you the time to listen to you. What do you have? And then ask clarifying questions. Is this what you meant? Okay, what do you mean by this? Okay, I note in response. Yeah, I'm listening. So in this way, you feel more comfortable, and we can get to a common ground. So the second one, I would say, and here you will be surprised. Use the project management tools, softwares, and techniques. So there are essential. They help us better lead our teams. So use them, the communication plan, tailor your approaches based on your audience, who needs to know what. So are some initial tips I would give to strengthen a little bit and improve communication within teams.
This is brilliant, right? So when we talk about effective communication, the complementary thing is effective listening. It plays a crucial role. That's great. Now, I would like to understand one thing about your personal journey or your personal experience, where empathy played a significant role in your project leadership journey. So, how would you
Yeah.
define empathy exactly, and with an example that you have faced, you have come across?
Yes, today we are calling for more and more empathetic leaders. We need more empathetic leaders worldwide, not just within project management. So, empathy is the ability to put yourself in the shoes of others. So, in other words, understand and acknowledge their feelings, as in, why did you behave in this way? So instead of seeing things from my perspective only, I will try to see things from your perspective. Why did you do this? I will take the time. How empathy helped me, first of all, it strengthened relationships with my team members. I'm a very social person, and I really love to stay close with my team. The more they feel comfortable, the more we can build the trust, the more we can engage them and include them. And it plays a crucial role in staying aligned with you. So yes, I hear you. I'm here for you. So yeah, this is empathy plays a crucial role in this. Understand the dynamic of my team. Okay, what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What motivates them? How can I empathize with you if I don't know what do you fear? What do you prefer? So yes, these are really crucial and essential and easy. They are not something hard to follow or to do. And by the way, leadership skills need time. They are behavioral and interpersonal skills, so they need time to build. They are not like the hard skills. Okay, we practice it one, twice a time, and we're perfect at it. No, it's a continuous journey. Always you will
That's
find
true.
something. Yes, you will find something and fail in things, and then improve that. So, yes,
Correct. No, when we are dealing with empathy, the one thing is understanding team's personality. Different their
yes,
mindset, what motivates them, right? However, another important thing for a leader is setting the boundary or not crossing the limit. Whenever we are building a team, we have different stages. Team building comes through different stages, right? Now, when
absolutely.
we are empathizing, when we deal with empathy, so how to set the boundary? Because we, as a leader, we should understand the organizational constraints, right? Whatever constraint or limitation we have, accordingly we need to act with the team. right? So how do we maintain this boundary, or how to set expectation with the team? What's the right way?
Okay, so this is not something that should scare people away. Okay,
Mhm.
so we have stages when we are forming a team. During the storming and the norming phase, it's important to set rules. What are the rules? So when we get to know each other, I know which culture you are and our team is. We can then set the rules. How are we going to behave? What action are we able to do? And the communication here helps. So this is not something to be scared of. And by the way, there are things and books that project leader can read and understand how to effectively develop a friendship within their team members. So there's a book as the business of friendship, of the friendship of business, and it's really helpful. And by the way, it helped me develop a structure how we can approach and limit the communication or the way we will interact with each other.
That's great. That's great. So also we will put the book name in the comment section for which will help you guys to go ahead and check it later. However, so moving forward, so in your opinion, Yara, what are the key ingredients for fostering collaboration and creativity within a project team? So I would like to understand this question from one perspective, and that is, say, being a entry level project manager. You know, you are managing a team of small team of 3 to 4 members. You are new to this role, right? So what are certain key points you need to remember before managing the team, or before kicking off your first project meeting with your team or internal meeting, right? So, what are the different key ingredients for fostering collaboration and creativity within the team?
Okay, so as for collaboration, as I said earlier, it's important to understand the organization. If I'm new and I'm jumping into a new team, it's important to understand the organization structure and culture. And when I get within the team, you have to give time. Again, you see how important it is to build a relationship. I have to give time and observe my team. Who are they? What are their background? How can I get to meet them? So we can, and I really encourage, and I don't know why it's a little bit under-related. Have team activities, build team activities, and not during the work days. You can have them on weekend. First of all, they are fun. Second, we are engaging with challenging activities. I'm going to know them. They're going to know me, what I prefer, what they prefer. Who are they? Who am I? How do we collaborate? So these things are important. Once I step within the team, uh, avoid giving orders, as we said. Try to influence,
Correct.
try to be there, try to guide them. How can I support you? Once you understand everything, jump into feedback meetings. The feedback meetings are really crucial. When you lead with empathy and you are able to listen, and you are training them and coaching them how to give and receive feedback is very crucial. Here you can get to know them more and you can navigate hard discussions, conflicts, and taking corrective actions accordingly, and be willing to receive feedback and at the same time give feedback in order to encourage your team to do the same and build on their input. They are valued.
Correct. Now, one more thing here to understand. Let's say, situation-wise, you are a newly joined project manager who is assigned a team of 5 to 6 members, and that's the first meeting you are going to have with your team. However, is it recommended that you first have one-on-one with the team, understand their personality, have a quick discussion, then you set up a forum with a larger audience? Is that advisable?
No, I prefer the first meeting is to kick off the meeting. We have to
Mhm.
discuss the project goals and the project purpose. align everyone, engage everyone. And then we're going to use a WBS or choose the task that our teams are going to do. And with them, engage them in this process. When defining their role and responsibilities, use a template that is the RASI model. And based on this, when everyone knows what is expected from them and they know their jobs and role, here you can then shift and have one-on-one meetings with them. But at first, no, it's preferable to understand the big picture and then understand your team members one by one.
Okay, so actually, yeah, understanding the bigger picture and then going into one-on-one, I think it will help you with understanding the nuts and certainly you can have a clear discussion with the team members. That's great.
Yeah.
So now, can you share some tips for enhancing team communication based on your leadership? Because now we are discussing about communication or the effective communication. Now, certain tips how to prepare. Let's say somebody is getting prepared for his first meeting. How to prepare? What sort of agenda he should set? What tone he should set for or the what kind of expectation he or she should set, right? So, what tips you would suggest for all the entry level leadership project managers thing?
Okay, so first of all, I will share with you something that happened with me. Not, I don't think long ago. I went with a team. They already were working on a project, but the project leader left, and I jumped into it. So there was a little bit of chaos. The team was lost. They don't know. They know actually nothing. So when I ask them, what are we doing? What they literally they know nothing. So the first thing I did is we moved back. Okay, I took this or we took this project charter and then defined a clear communication plan. This is the first step. Have a build a communication plan. And why this is important? First of all, we're going to know who are our stakeholders, who is involved. And second, what communication channel are we going to use? Third, how frequent? What do they care to know? Communication is essential, and I really, really encourage project leaders to do that, to understand their teams and know which their audience, who is their audience. The client, okay, maybe they don't want emails, they prefer voice meetings or video conferences. I don't know. Your team members prefer meetings. The CEO prefer an email. So know who are our audience, what message I should communicate, and then navigate my approach. This is important. The third thing is understand your team preferences. When I'm communicating, okay, I can say, okay, hey team, let's use Slack. Okay, what is Slack? It is a communication tool, but they don't know it. So ask them about their preference. What do they know? What do they understand? What they prefer? So these are very crucial when communicating. And absolutely, agenda is very important. Whether it's yes, we have to send them an agenda. Okay, we have a meeting. Okay, why this meeting is for? Why it is a surprise? No, there's no surprises. So even if we have an urgent meeting, send them an agenda before. Let them know what should they prepare. So this is very important, and then engage them with you. So this is basically communication. And again, during the meeting, when we are communicating, I really encourage my team to listen. Okay, what the other person is trying to say. Have a notebook with you. I take it everywhere, or sticky notes. Take notes and then ask you questions, clarifying what they are saying. This really helps that there's no misunderstanding. There is no conflict, or we can avoid conflict. About setting clear expectation. When we engage everyone around and understand the needs of each, based on that, we can clear expectation. So a project charter is really helpful to clear expectation. what is our purpose? What are we doing? What are our goals, our deliverable milestone, schedule? And the second one is defining and dividing the tasks, roles, and responsibilities to our team members. They know what is required from them, and put them in a matrix. The RACI model, I really love it. And by RACI model is responsible, accountable, consultant, and informed.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about communication, there's some situation we deal with process change or something, some change is going to happen, and people are
Yes,
resistant towards the new change because whenever there is a change, there are a
yes,
lot of other stakeholders, those who will not be happy because of some of the other reasons, you know. But
right.
now, what would be the kind of tactics or the strategies how to communicate the change effectively, or what are the points or things you need to take care before you jump into the meeting to address the change?
Change management is my favorite part of any project. And let's be real, change is inevitable, whether it was by a client request bringing change or the project itself is built on change. I really encourage you guys to follow a change management plan. You can use Prosci. Prosci really deliver a lot of change management frameworks, techniques. But my approach to change management is the following. First of all, there should be a purpose. Okay, we have to have a clear vision and the purpose behind this project change, um, and to include our people in order not to resist and to go with us with the change. You have to tell them how this change is going to impact their work. Okay, um, what's in it for us? Why would I join you? Okay, there's a change. Why would I join you with this change? What's the benefit? So communicating and be clear and transparent about the change is really important. Second, communicate, and communicate. Use different channels on daily basis. Use different approaches. This is really important. You have to navigate your message, meetings, emails. This is very important. PowerPoint presentation. You have to keep them aligned with the change, and then be transparent in your in this change. Okay. So during the process of the change, it's really important to always and regularly, more than a normal, feedback session. Okay, we want to know what is going right, what is going wrong, what are the next steps. Empower our team. Okay, seek their input and really engage them in any decision making process. Their input is valued, and in order to contribute and be engaged with this change, let them be part of the process change. Okay, let them make decision and delegate, empower them in their area of expertise, what they do best. Okay, allow them, give them the autonomy to make decision based on that. And celebrate achievement, whether small or big. It
Okay,
motivates them.
that's good.
Yes, and it shows them that we are progressing, we are doing right. Uh, they will feel more valued, more part. And the last advice, more than a step, humanize the process. Okay, just be a human in it. You don't have all the answers. This is a change also on you as project leader. I'm going with you through this change. So be there, listen for them, ask them how can I support. And if faced with a situation where I don't have the answer, don't be afraid. Personally, this is what I've done. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know yet. We're going to figure out this together. The change is affecting me also. Let's try to find a win-win situation together. Let's do this together. This gives them the support they need, and they will always be ready to take on any tasks you give them and be part of any change.
So one thing is being transparent and letting them know if you don't have any answer for any particular questions,
Yes,
borrow time, and definitely get back to them either over email or setting up the follow-up sessions. So that would really helpful. Now,
absolutely,
when we're
absolutely
discussing,
follow up.
correct. Now you mentioned something about taking feedbacks and letting them be part of the process change, right? So how do
Yes.
we do that? Because considering feedbacks and taking feedback is very important. Now we have certain techniques. Either we can utilize some of the automated tools or we can schedule meetings, you know. However, we can go for one-on-one. We have different methods for that. So what you would suggest, what would be the best one to gather feedback? Because again, we have to maintain or manage the feedback, right, throughout the process change. So how do we maintain that?
Okay, so first of all, as I said, a project leader's scope is his team or her team. So the most important thing is to foster a culture where your team members are able to express themselves. There's open communication. I'm not afraid to share my concerns, my ideas, and I know how to respect. This is crucial. As project leader, be an observer in
This
this.
is very
Okay. So training them how to give and receive feedback is the first step. So the second one, make sure that every voice is heard. Encourage all participation. Okay, don't leave anyone outside or behind. So this is also very important. Empathize. We go back to the same. Empathize with them. Navigate the conflict if any case arise. And one thing I really find helpful is acknowledge your team and always remind them that we as a human, we are not the problem. Okay, a particular action we made or a mistake happened is the problem that we are trying to solve. And this way, I'm not going to fear or be judged based on any opinion I give. This is very important. When it comes to gathering feedback, I know there's a lot of tools. So I always do the following. First of all, I'm a human person, okay? So I love the meetings where we have group meetings and discuss feedback together. But due to personalities, we have some people that are not that comfortable sharing everything in front of everyone. So you can have one-on-one meetings also to gather feedback. They can fill surveys. And one thing I do, even during meeting gatherings of the whole team, take a paper and a pen and anonymously let them write the feedback, and then we're going to put them all on a board and discuss every feedback or the feedback that we gathered, regardless of who wrote it. So this also engage them. This is a very effective way. And before the time, as we said, the agenda is really important. So prepare an agenda and send it before a day. Tell them what this feedback meeting is all about. Let them prepare. And here there's a trick. So we are emphasizing and encouraging empathy, emotional intelligence, active listening, especially during feedback. So I do really love to challenge my team during those feedback meetings to practice empathy, effective listening, emotional intelligence. This is really crucial, and I love how the environment of the whole feedback goes. They are much more comfortable. They are open. They can really focus on the issues that we are trying to get. And then prepare an agenda. Have an agenda and send it before time. Okay, what this feedback is all about. What should they prepare? This is important. Who are my attendees? For how long the duration? And then after that, we're going to analyze all those feedback that we gathered during the meeting So we're going to talk about what went right and what went wrong, and what are the corrective actions or the future actions that we should take. And here, document that, and also identify who is responsible for what, and follow
Yes, yes.
up. Yes, and keep following up. If there's any problem, any issue that arise, someone needs help support. So these are technically my steps when giving and receiving feedback.
That's great. Now, when we talk about leadership skills, people often confuse with the term. If leader, when we say leadership skills, does it mean problem solving? Does it mean communication? Does it mean building a team or managing a team? Now, what exactly when we say leadership? So, what are the different skills we must learn or start learning as part of leadership skills?
Okay, so okay, in order to be a leader, okay, you have to have all those skills that you mentioned. Communication is really crucial. If I can't communicate very well enough, I'm a bad leader. I'm a boss. Okay, if I'm unable to listen to you, I'm a bad leader. You're going to be afraid to approach me. And I'm pretty sure we
Definitely.
all experience these people. Once I worked with a project manager with 15 years of experience. He was very strong technically, but when it comes to leading, he was the worst. And I ended up leaving the project. So turnover rates are high. As a project leader, the technical skills are really important, which are the project management skills. I know how to develop plans and etc. All these project management. But when it comes to leader, I'm talking about inspiring, be able to influence, be able to guide, be able to be a servant leader. So, and when I say a servant leader is I'm here for the people, because eventually our people will remember how we made them feel. They will forget what they did or what we did, but how we made them feel. Was I there to support them? This is one way. Was I a good listener? Was I accessible when they wanted me to guide them? Was I able to support their professional growth also? Did I impact on them? So all these are essential to think about. Did they know what was expected from them? Can they come back to me when there's an issue? So all these skills, if we put them all together, we come up with a leader.
Exactly. All these qualities of a leader. Yeah, that's when we summarize everything, we say these are the essential leadership skills. That's
Yes.
brilliant. Yeah.
And we use the
So
project
one,
management tools and techniques to help us with that, like templates, tools, the softwares, strategies, the approaches. All of these help us, but the main focus is on our people, is understanding them.
correct. As we deal with tools, processes, as well as people.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah. So also one other thing I would like to discuss about team. One part is building the team. When we are in the process of building the team and team is formed, now till the end of project completion, now your end goal, conflict resolution is one of the crucial thing that we need to have. We'll witness lot of situations or scenarios. There'll be conflict, kind of contradictory situations, opinions. Now, how do we
Yes.
deal with conflict and how do we resolve those? But it's
Okay.
from the beginning for a entry level project manager, how he or she must be prepared for this one. What sort of strategies he or she should follow?
Okay. Let me tell you something. When we talk about a conflict, there's no an entry or advance, because conflict is inevitable.
That's
They
true.
can be, yes, absolutely. There is no project without conflict, by the way. But not
Correct.
every conflict is negative sign or a weakness. No, it's a strength if really managed well. Okay. So here, by the way, a project leader is able to manifest and showcase his skills during the conflict. First of all, there should be I know that there must be an early I see conflict coming. Okay, so catch those early signs. Something happened, don't ignore it. There's a lot of people and a lot of project managers or leaders, they try to avoid it. No, if you avoid a conflict at first, this is going to lead to a huge problem and will hurdle the project progress. So this is the first one. Catch these early let's say signs. And second, talk with your team about them, listen to them. And here we have different parties. Okay, so foster a culture where they are able to talk about this conflict. Open communication, there must be a respect, and avoid the blaming. And again, when there's conflict, avoid the blaming. Understand the background of each person. What is the root cause of this conflict? Is it technical? Is it knowledge? So this is important. Teach them how to empathize and use their emotional intelligence in this particular time. Okay, so they will be more able to navigate this hard discussion and go to a win-win solution. And remind them, also another way, remind them of the purpose of the goal and the goals of the project. So this is crucial to find common ground and shared purpose so disagreements are avoided. And another thing, when expectations are clear, disagreement can be avoided. Okay, what are the rules? What are the responsibilities? What each stakeholders needs? Are we engaging them, including them? Are we transparent? Am I telling them or delivering the good news and the bad news? So the bad news should be also communicated and supported. And after that, try to find a solution. Allow them to come up with solution. How are we going to avoid this conflict for the future? Okay, so this is important. And at the end, feedback again and again. Stay in the feedback loop. Yes, feedback is very crucial. The more we have, of course, let's see our team preferences. I know some teams, they don't like frequent feedback, but it's important to have it at least once a week or bi-weekly. Yes.
That's very important. That's how you build a rapport with the team, and team will be much connected with you and till the project completion. And certainly you have to release the team, but when we maintain this feedback loop, the learnings certainly the team members will take to the next project, and that project will be easy. And that's when they'll realize what impact you have built or you have created on them. Right? At last they'll be managing, as you
Absolutely.
mentioned. Correct. Yeah. They'll remember how you made them feel about the situation, about the project, and about that particular tenuity that he or she has worked with you. That's brilliant one. So the other thing I would like to understand, because when we deal with people, we are showcasing our leadership style, and we mold according to the necessity or the uniqueness of the project, right? So my
Right.
question is, how do you balance being assertive sometimes with the team or being empathetic during your project leadership? Or
Okay.
I would say being a project leader.
Okay. So being empathetic is a trait. Okay, this is something. Yes, this is a trait. You always have to be empathetic with them. Okay, always be there for them, listen to them. But that doesn't mean that you will uh, uh, you will badly lead your team. Okay, or if something is going wrong, you're going to okay, that's okay. This is not a leader. One of the skills is decision making. He should be a proactive in making decisions. No, when something is going wrong, okay, come here. What's going on with you? Is it a lack of a skill? Is it something that you misunderstood? Is it something that I should provide more training? let's say, or support in any area, or this is just you. You don't want to do the work. No, there's a difference between being empathetic and making the right decision. No, we have to see the flow. Eventually, there is a project, and we have goals. We have stakeholders to satisfy. There's a work, but we must understand also our team. And this is why I say getting to know your team is important, because you can see signs that this person is not doing his or her job effectively. They are not doing it right. Um, I really, we should delegate and we should give them autonomy, but at the same time, there's a limit. I'm going to share with you something from that. Um, one of one of the things I used to face and used to suffer from is micromanaging. And this is basically the answer for your question. I micromanage because I fear that we might get into a place where we're ahead of schedule. But as you know, micromanagement is one of the destructive qualities.
Correct.
Yes. So what I've done, I wanted to challenge this, and I know my team, my teammates, my team members very very good. So what I did, I have one of them wanted. We were working on a marketing project, and he had a technique that he saw it's crucial and important if he implemented. I don't know much about the technique, and yes, and here I was afraid. Okay, what if something bad happened? We don't want to be ahead of schedule. So we came to a win-win situation. I let him work this task within his expertise and his preferred way. But there was another thing. I needed an update and the result at the end of the day. So what he did what he do best, but at the same time, he kept me updated. So I was good. Okay, we were still going on the right way. I see the result that we want to see. This is how we can do things. I am an empathetic leader, yes, but at the same time, I know when to see red flags and avoid them.
That's great, right? It resonated with me because while you are ensuring you are not going ahead of the time or the schedule, you actually are not micromanaging, but you are putting an alert that you can work at your free schedule or free time or whatever in within your expertise, but ensure you are keeping your project manager updated. That's how that will be a benchmark for you to go ahead and track the progress for, right? That's brilliant one, you know. So the other thing, I think we are approaching towards the end. However, before that, one important thing to understand about dealing with or managing the disagreements, right, throughout the project life cycle, because
Yeah.
people are there, those who are very good at saying no. People are
Mm.
there, those who are very good at kind of putting their point very straightforward, very assertively, with data points. In that situation, team feel or you certain sometimes you feel okay, somebody is telling probably right because he comes with the data. But if you being a project manager, what homework you should do so that you can assess the inputs coming from and you can validate that. So how to manage this kind of disagreements, what strategies you do behind the scene, and you come back to the team with your updates.
Okay. So first of all, I want to see what is happening. Sometimes your team members they are so limited. Okay, they can't see the broader picture. Yes. So disagreement happens. They have a particular thing or perspective in their mind. But what I try to do, this is resistance. This is part of resistance. I try to acknowledge what's behind this resistance. Why there's a disagreement, why there's a rigid thinking, why this no, why are we saying no, what's behind it. So this is one part. Second, it's important to do your own research. Okay, ask another or consult another people. So if you are saying no for a particular, or you are disagreeing on a particular thing, and you gave your opinion about it, it's not wrong, and it's encouraged to ask for help. I don't know everything, so I try to consult someone outside this project, maybe in my organization or somebody else who might be a consultant or a coach in it, and ask for their advice, and then come back to my team members. We can really discuss it together, and if there's alternative solution. Okay, if you are disagreeing with this, okay, what is the alternative? Will this lead us, eventually we have goals, will this lead us to the goal that we want? And acknowledge them that I'm really listening, I really am building on your input. But no, the solution that you proposed might get us into troubles, into problems. So you have to be, eventually the decision is yours. We engage them, and it's crucial and important to engage people. Our people that are making the task know sometimes better than us, but eventually you have to make the decision. You're thinking on a strategic level, and strategic thinking is a crucial skill for a project leader as well. You can try to coach them, to train them how to see the broader picture and be aligned with you on it. But eventually, also disagreement, you have to make the decision. The end decision is yours.
That's a brilliant suggestion, because the way you have narrated and broke it down with a phase-wise approach, it really helped understanding the overall picture of it. And thank you very much. So I think with this we have covered pretty much from the basic to the day-to-day life questions that we deal with in in terms of the project. We understood all those things, and thank you so much for the brilliant explanation. You know,
Thank you.
all these points.
Thank
Now
you for having me.
we will understand. Yeah, it's my pleasure as well. So now we'll understand Yara in a better way. We'll shift our focus from the technical discussion towards something different. Now we will understand one thing. What is that one piece of advice you wish you could give your younger self?
This is a great question, by the way. I would tell my younger self not to be ashamed from having the behavioral skills in her or in me in a high level. Okay, don't hide them. They are not a weakness, they are a strength. And today, people are more focusing and calling for these skills. This is one. Two, I would tell her to be a little bit calmer. Uh, I'm an impulsive person, and I'm an energetic person. So usually I used to jump into conclusions and judgments. So I tell her to strengthen her emotional intelligence skill. This is really important, and believe she's going to have an impact within her teams and on her people.
That's great. Certainly, this feedback will our audience will make a note of this one, and definitely they'll realize this point. Thanks for that. So, are you a fan of reading books or listening to podcasts or YouTube, videos? So, are you a visual learner, or kind of you love to read and learn?
Okay, I'm a fan and I'm addicted to books.
So you
Books
read a
is
lot.
another, yes, books is another word. If you want to grow, you have to read daily or listen to audiobooks. We are still in the same concept. Or podcast. Also, podcast is very important. There's a lot of knowledge you can take and learn from other experiences, from other insights. So I really encourage and I really love books, by the way. And let me recommend a book that will help leaders. So I really encourage them to read all books that are written by the author Simon Sinek. He's a great leader. That's one. Turn the ship around. It's going to help them a lot understand leadership. This is very, very crucial. And guys, just look into the books that talks about the personality, about people behavior, like Surrounded by Idiots. It's one of the best books that I've read that helped me understand better people and communicate more effectively. So these are few of the recommendation books that I recommend.
Certainly. So, everyone, we will put that those links or the name of the books in the comment section, so that certainly
Yes,
you can revisit
absolutely.
to those. Yeah. So, do you have a favorite quotation or motivation line which inspires you on your daily life?
I do love quotes a lot. I don't have the most let's say the daily quote, but there's one that just came on my mind. So one thing I would say that fear, the voice of fear, will never go. Okay, even if you are scared, do it anyway. So just follow your dream. If you have something to do, just do it because there will always be fear. But here is the courage to silence this fear and just, okay, I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway.
So, beat your fear.
Yes. Embrace,
Okay,
embrace the
that's
fear.
great.
Embrace it.
Embrace the fear. Yeah. Now, if you could have any superpower, you know, what would it be, and how would you use it?
Okay. I would have the power of changing people's mindset. Yes,
Okay.
because the mindset is a really is a problem. Especially, this is something we really face as project leaders, is helping teams to shift from a rigid mindset to a more agile mindset. So, and when some people are refuse this mindset, I feel really. I'm not going to say sorry, but it hurts me because they are missing a lot. They are missing growth. They are missing success. They are missing taking on things they never thought they can. And unfortunately, I faced a lot of my people within my team with a rigid mindset that affected on the project. So if I have one superpower is to be able to know what they are thinking about and changing the mindset. Although we try to work on it without a superpower, it's really challenging and hard. But if we can make it easier, I would go for it.
Then why not? Yeah. That's great. So with this, I think we approach the end of the session, and we really discuss a lot of interesting topics about leadership. And I'm excited, about just sitting back and listening to this recorded one, because we have discussed a lot of points. I certainly would like to take some of the, go back to a few timestamps and record, make a note of it, because you have really explained so nicely. That's thank you. So thanks everyone for your time. Thanks Ciara for your time, and it was really insightful discussion with you. And personally, I'm looking forward for another session where we can deep dive into certain topics of leadership, and we'll find some time soon.
I would love to. I would love to. So, just one last thing. Project leaders, please just think about how you can impact positively and on your team members and how they will remember you after the project is over. So this is basically how I would love to end this event, this beautiful event with you. Thank you for everything. It was an insightful and fruitful conversation, and I hope that the people who heard us are going to enjoy it as much as we did.
Correct. No, it was really an insightful or fruitful session. I really happy with this one. I learned a lot personally. Yeah. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks everyone for your time. Stay tuned to the Sunil show. We'll meet with new episodes soon.